Hello and welcome to the viewers of this video. This is the Orange Fan here, bringing you another entry for the episode Recap and Thoughts category. This video will be dedicated to the A segment of episode 70 of The Loud House, House of Lies. We begin this segment at the Loud House. We see that Lori and Lisa are in the living room right now, and then Lana enters the living room. Lana inquires Lori about if it would be possible for Lori to take Lana to the dump. Lori says that she's not able to do so because she has to take care of some homework. Lana is disappointed to hear this and then goes upstairs. After that, Lori pulls out the keys to Vanzilla and prepares to leave the Loud House, which confuses Lisa. Lisa inquires Lori about where she's going, and Lori reveals that she's going to the mall because there's a clearance sale that caught her attention. Lisa points out that Lori just told Lana that she had to take care of some homework, and Lori admits that she told a white lie to Lana because she didn't want to take Lana to the dump. But Lori says that it's nothing to worry about because it's just a white lie, or she says something along those lines anyway. But after Lori leaves the Loud House, Lisa pulls out a tape recorder and comments about how she noticed that Lori had showed no regret about lying to Lana. The scene changes to a later point in time. We see that most of the Loud siblings are out on the front porch, and eventually, Lynn Sr. and Lenny return home. Lenny has dyed her hair a different color. She's now a redhead, or orange if you want to be pedantic about it. And Lenny inquires her siblings about what they think of her new hair color. Most of the Loud siblings say something along the lines about liking the new hair color, but when Lenny goes inside of the Loud House, most of the Loud siblings admit that they think the new hair color doesn't suit Lenny. And Lisa comments to herself about noticing her siblings lying some more. At a later point in time, we see that it's dinner time, and Lynn Sr. has prepared cabbage casserole. Most of the Loud siblings and Rita comment along the lines about how the cabbage casserole looks delicious. But when Lynn Sr. Leaves the dining room to get the fish sauce, most of the Loud siblings and Rita take this chance to dispose of the cabbage casserole in some shape or form. And Lisa comments to herself about noticing how some of her family members are continuing to lie. At a later point in time, we see that Lisa is in her and Lily's room right now. Lisa has drawn on a chalkboard, and she says that she's concerned about her family's well-being. Lisa says something along the lines about how society can only function properly with the truth, and lying will lead to the destruction of a functional society. So Lisa says that she needs to correct this problem. So we see Lisa creating a new pair of glasses. These pair of glasses look more technologically advanced compared to her usual pair of glasses. Lisa then takes off her usual glasses and puts on these technologically advanced glasses. So the scene changes to the next day, and we see Lisa is wearing these new pair of glasses, and she enters the kitchen where the rest of the Loud family are right now. And Lisa enters the kitchen around the time when Luna and Luann are in the middle of an argument. Lisa inquires what the argument is about, and Luna says that Luann has a track record of borrowing Luna's gong for certain jokes. And Luna can't find her gong right now, so she suspects that Luann took the gong. Luann says that she didn't, but then we hear a buzzing sound, and Lisa says that Luann is lying. Luann insists that she's not lying, but we hear this buzzing sound yet again, and we find out that the buzzing sound is coming from the glasses that Lisa is wearing right now. Lisa reveals to her family members that these are lie-detecting glasses. She says that these lie-detecting glasses allow her to pick up on certain details that indicate when someone is lying. Lisa then says that she created the lie detecting glasses because of her family members' track record of lying a lot lately. And Lisa says that she's doing this in order to fix the problem before it's too late. But when Lisa leaves the kitchen, the rest of the Loud family members have concerned looks on their faces. The next scene is a montage of different scenes. Yes, next up we get a series of montages. Next up we get a montage of different scenes that show Lisa's lie detecting glasses being put to use. So the first of these scenes shows Lynn Sr. discovering that the bathroom looks very messy right now, and he inquires who was responsible for the messy bathroom. Lynn says that she wasn't, but Lisa's lie detecting glasses reveal that wasn't the case. The next scene shows Rita showing Lucy the latest chapter that she wrote for her novel, and Rita inquires Lucy about her thoughts on the chapter. Lucy says that she likes the chapter, but Lisa's lie detecting glasses reveal that isn't the case. The next scene shows Lily drawing a bunch of scribbles, and she shows the drawing to Luann. Luann says that she likes the drawing, but Lisa's lie detecting glasses reveal that's not the case. So after that, Lori inquires Lenny about if Lenny took another 40-minute shower because there isn't any hot water in the shower anymore. Lenny actually takes Lori into their room and closes the door, not seeing Lisa around. And Lenny then says that she only took about 5 minutes. Lenny says that her shower only lasted 5 minutes. But we find out that Lisa was in the vents, and Lisa's lie detecting glasses indicate that that isn't the case. So after that, the scene changes to back to the kitchen. Lisa is in the kitchen again, and she's drinking some apple juice, but then the rest of the Loud family approach Lisa. The other Loud family members besides Lisa say that they want Lisa to get rid of the lie detecting glasses, and they say that it's causing them a lot of trouble. Lisa, though, refuses to get rid of the lie detecting glasses because she says that lying will only cause more trouble. So she's helping her family by trying to discourage any lying. Rita acknowledges that lying in general, Rita says that she agrees with Lisa that it's usually not a good idea to lie, but Rita then comments, Rita says that white lies can be used to smooth things over, in Rita's words. Rita says that it's okay to tell white lies for the sake of smoothing things over. That's what Rita says. Lisa, though, disagrees with this. Lisa says that she thinks there's no such thing. Lisa says that she thinks lying can never be a good thing. That's essentially what Lisa says. So Lisa then walks out of the kitchen after she makes it clear that she thinks lying can never be good under any circumstances. Lynn Sr. then comments to the rest of the family that there's only one thing that they can do right now. Lincoln thinks tell the truth, yes, that's what Lincoln inquires, but Lynn Sr. says, nope, they're going to destroy the lie detecting glasses. So they gather together and they try to form a plan. And then the next scene shows this plan in action. So next scene, it's nighttime. Lisa is asleep right now. And yes, we see Lily notices that Lisa is asleep, and Lily gives the rest of her family the signal that Lisa is asleep so they can take action. So the rest of the Loud family all work together to get rid of the lie detecting glasses. They get the lie detecting glasses out of the house. They put the lie detecting glasses in a sock, and then they destroy the lie detecting glasses within the sock, and then eventually they throw the lie detecting glasses out in the trash can outside. So so the Loud family pat themselves on the back because they were able to get rid of those lie detecting glasses without much issue. So the scene changes to the next day, and Lisa eventually walks into, Lisa eventually arrives into the kitchen where the rest of the family are, and Lisa inquires, Lisa has found the destroyed lie detecting glasses in the sock in the trash can outside, and inquires if any of her family members would like to explain how this happened. So the Loud family members try to act surprised, and they try to act like, "Oh, this is such a great tragedy." The rest of the Loud family members pretend to be surprised and act like, "Oh, what a great tragedy that these lie detecting glasses have been destroyed." But then we see some flashing red lights, and we hear a voice indicating that these sentiments are lies, and this confuses most of the Loud family members. Lisa says that she had anticipated that most of the Loud family members would be against Lisa's efforts to get rid of lying in the Loud house. So Lisa had created a system to be the backup if anything were to happen to the lie detecting glasses. So Lisa reveals that there are now lie detecting cameras that have been installed all throughout the Loud house. Pretty much there's no room in the Loud house without these lie detecting cameras. And when Lynn tries to destroy one of these cameras, a bubble force field appears. Yeah, that's the best way I can think to describe it. A bubble force field appears when Lynn tries to destroy one of these cameras, a bubble force field appears. And Lisa says that she also had anticipated that they would try to destroy the lie detecting cameras, so she used some very sophisticated protection to protect these lie detecting cameras. Luna comments about how it's not right for Lisa to force this system onto the rest of the family, but Lisa insists that they will. Lisa though responds by saying that even though they're against it right now, they'll come around to it once they see that this is in the name of good intentions. And after that, we cut to the next scene, which shows Lisa is in her and Lily's room right now, and we see that Lisa has established a monitor system to go along with these lie detecting cameras. So Lisa is watching the various Lisa is watching the different screens that are connected to the different lie detecting cameras, and Lisa is looking at each event and seeing how there will be. Lisa is looking at all of these different screens, and she comments about looking forward to seeing how lies will be removed from the Loud house, or she says something along those lines anyway. So one of these lie detecting cameras shows Lenny entering Lincoln's room. Lenny's hair is back to its usual blonde color, but Lenny got a haircut. According to Lenny, this particular haircut place has a system where they cut your hair in under 3 minutes, or it's free if it's over 3 minutes. And Lenny inquires Lincoln about what he thinks of her new haircut. Lincoln says he thinks it looks nice, but the lie detecting camera system reveals that Lincoln is lying. Lincoln then tries to say that he doesn't think it's terrible, but the lie detecting camera system still says that Lincoln is lying. And Lenny tells Lincoln to just say the truth. And Lincoln admits that he thinks it's the worst haircut he's ever seen in his life. And he starts to list off the reasons why he thinks this is a really bad haircut. And Lenny is frustrated by this, and she leaves Lincoln's room in anger. Lisa, though, doesn't see a problem with this. Lisa says that Lenny can fix the problem now that she knows that the haircut is a bad haircut. So the next of these scenes show Rita looking over, or yes, the next of these scenes is similar to a scene that we saw earlier, where Rita is inquiring Lucy about her input for a chapter for her novel, the latest chapter in her novel. And Lucy sees, yes, knowing about the lie detecting cameras, Lucy suggests that they should talk in Vanzilla. But Lisa has also installed a loudspeaker system within this lie detecting camera system. So Lisa reveals over the speakers that there are lie detecting cameras in Vanzilla along with the Loud House itself. So Lucy admits that she thinks the latest chapter was boring because 10 pages were dedicated to describing a garden, and Rita says that the 10 pages dedicated to a garden were supposed to be a metaphor, and she still Rita says that it was supposed to be a metaphor. But we can tell that Rita is not happy about hearing what she heard. Lisa, though, insists that it's important for writers to receive truthful feedback, although Lisa also does admit that Lucy's comments were rather harsh. So next up, we head to the living room, and this is a scene that's similar to the beginning scene of this segment, where Lana inquires Lori about if Lori can take Lana to the dump. And Lori says that technically she is able to do so. So she's not lying, but Lana doesn't really give Lori a chance to say that Lori doesn't want to take Lana to the dump. So Lori begrudgingly agrees to take Lana to the dump. And after seeing this, Lisa is pleased with the progress that's been made with this lie detecting camera system. So Lisa decides that she should take a nap now. Yes, Lisa feels that now is the right time for her to take a nap. And while Lisa is napping, we the viewers see more of these. We see what's going on the different screens for each of the different lie detecting cameras. So next up, we do see each of the Loud family members, besides Lisa and Lily, since she can't talk being a baby and all, or at least can't talk coherently, admitting something. So yes, we see most of the Loud family members admitting some sort of truth, and these truths are not exactly the most pleasant of truths, to say the least. So eventually, we cut to a later point in time. It's now dinner time. And Lisa is the last of the Loud family members to enter the dining room. Lisa says that, Lisa is apologizing to the rest of her family for being late because of the nap that she had. And Lisa inquires what they're going to have for dinner tonight. And Lynn Sr. reveals that they're going to have the cabbage casserole with the fish sauce, because Lynn Sr. was under the impression that everyone liked the cabbage casserole. But we, the viewers, see that the other members of the Loud family are in a very bad mood. And Lynn Sr. is confused. He thought, Lynn Sr. is confused about this. He questions if anyone is hungry, and then after that, most of the other Loud family members say that they hate saying this, but Lisa imposing this lie detecting camera system on them means that they don't have any other choice in the matter. So most of the Loud family members begrudgingly admit that they dislike the cabbage casserole. Lynn Sr., though, is confused by this, and he brings up the other night when they had the cabbage casserole. And Rita admits that they didn't like the cabbage casserole on that particular night either. They actually ordered some takeout after Lynn Sr. went to bed. And Lynn Sr. is not happy to hear this, so he throws the cabbage casserole outside, and then he then pulls out several boxes of cereal and bowls, and he angrily tells the rest of his family that he hopes they enjoy eating cereal for dinner, and then he storms off. So we do see, yes, we see then the present Loud family members are all starting to make these bowls of cereal, and they're starting to eat them. But yeah, they really are not in a good mood right now. And Lisa notices this. Yes, Lisa notices that the rest of her present family members are in a bad mood, so she tries to lighten the mood in different ways. She inquires Luann if she has any jokes. Luann, though, says that that she's not in the mood because she heard that some people think that her jokes are really forced. So Lisa then tries to inquire Rita about if she has any stories to tell relating to her work. Rita, though, says that that some people think that her voice makes them zone out. So Lisa then inquires Lori about if she's heard any gossip lately, and Lori says that she doesn't want to bore anyone by going on and on about whatever stories that she might have. And Lynn, this is where Lynn reaches her breaking point and says that she lost her appetite. But the lie detecting camera system says that Lynn still has her appetite. So Lynn admits that's the case, but decides that she's just going to eat in her room instead. So, and then the other Loud family members that are present, besides Lisa, all decide to have their dinner elsewhere. And after that, Lisa is the only Loud family member that's in the dining room right now. Lisa admits that that she doesn't like eating alone, but she thinks that, but she still insists to herself that stopping the lies in the Loud house is the best course of action. And then the lie detecting camera system reveals that Lisa doesn't really believe that. Lisa, though, insists that that she's doing this for the good of her family, and that her family will appreciate this in time. But the lie detecting camera system reveals that Lisa doesn't believe her own rhetoric anymore. And Lisa begrudgingly acknowledges that the lie detecting camera system has a point. Lisa says that yes, Lisa admits that she thought that getting rid of lies would bring her family closer together, but in the end, the method actually, Lisa's methods actually separated the family further. Or yes, the family weren't brought closer together by being made to tell the truth. And the lie detecting camera system actually acknowledges that this is an example of irony. So at a later point in time, Lisa's in the living room, and she requests that her family members enter the living room. The rest of the Loud family are still not in a very good mood, but Lisa reveals that that she called this meeting because she wants to apologize to the rest of her family for forcing them to tell the truth. Lisa says that she still is adamant about believing that the truth is the best course of action, but now she acknowledges that she can see that white lies do have their place, or white lies do have their place. They can help to bring about social harmony. That's along the lines of what she says. So while she still prefers to tell the truth, she acknowledges that she can see that white lies do have their place. And the rest of the Loud family members are pleased to hear this from Lisa. So Lisa says that she will get rid of the... Yes, Lisa says that she will disable the lie detecting camera system now. So she requests if Lynn Sr. could pick her up so that she can reach the lie detecting cameras. But when this happens, the bubble force field appears, and Lisa admits that she forgot about the military-grade self-defense system that she had installed in the lie detecting camera system. So Lincoln fears that they have no way of getting rid of the lie detecting camera system, but Lisa then says that there's an alternative solution, or yes, Lisa says there's an alternative way to get rid of the lie detecting cameras. So, so, um, so later on, we see Lisa is at the monitor system for the lie detecting camera system, and the rest of the family members are in different rooms throughout the Loud House, and we find out what the plan is. So pretty much, they're going to overwhelm the lie detecting camera system. The Loud family members are going to keep saying lies over and over again until it overwhelms the lie detecting camera system and causes it to be destroyed because of being overwhelmed by all the lies. And so that's what happens. Yes, it does work. After the Loud family members tell a series of random lies, the lie detecting camera system is eventually overwhelmed and destroyed. And the Loud family members are glad that that the plan worked. They don't have to worry about these lie detecting cameras anymore. And yes, they don't have to worry about the lie detecting cameras anymore. And Lynn Sr. Comments about how he's sure that everyone is hungry now. Now that they got rid of them. Yes, Lynn Sr. says that now that the lie detecting cameras have been destroyed, he's sure that everyone is hungry, and he offers to make the famous Squid Ink surprise. Yes, Lynn Sr. says that he's going to make the Squid Ink surprise, or he inquires his family members about what they think about him making the Squid Ink surprise. Most of the Loud family members have nervous expressions on their face, but Lisa then says that she thinks the Squid Ink surprise sounds delicious. And Lynn Sr. is pleased to hear this, and he goes off to make it. And then the rest of the Loud family members figured out that Lisa is actually applying a white lie. Lincoln says that Lisa is starting to get into the swing of these white lies, and Rita offers to get out the takeout menus so that they can have an alternative to the Squid Ink surprise. And that is how we end this segment. So this segment was a Lisa spotlight appearance, and one could say that Lisa was also the viewpoint character, since we mostly were seeing the segment through Lisa's perspective. So yeah, I would say this was both a Lisa spotlight appearance and a Lisa... yes, this was a segment where Lisa was both the spotlight character and the viewpoint character. Now, I had mentioned in the past that some of Lisa's spotlight appearances were did cause a lot of mixed feelings for some fans, or some fans weren't too fond of most of Lisa's spotlight appearances. And I would have to agree with this particular situation. I would say this wasn't one of Lisa's better spotlight appearances. To clarify, yes, when you compare the previous Lisa Spotlight segment from season 3, The Mad Scientist, I would say I prefer The Mad Scientist to this particular segment. But to go into greater detail, some fans had a problem with this segment because they felt that the lesson of this segment contradicted the lessons of other entries. Yes, throughout other entries of the Loud House, we've seen previous entries of the Loud House would go with the lesson about how you shouldn't lie, or you should always tell the truth, or something like that. But in this segment, they actually did acknowledge, or this segment actually didn't go that route. This segment was actually a case of saying sometimes it's okay to lie. And, well, some fans had mixed feelings about the lesson itself, I should say. Yes, there were some fans that do appreciate this lesson. There are some fans that do agree sometimes it's okay to lie if you have a good reason for it, or think sometimes a little white lie just to smooth things over, that's how Rita put it, is the better course of action. But other fans did not agree with this lesson. Some fans really took issue with that lesson. I remember seeing some fans saying that they disliked how the show was saying some fans said they were worried about kids being told it's okay to lie sometimes, while other fans had argued there is a valid point to that. Or some fans think, yeah, it turns into a debate where some fans feel you should always tell the truth no matter what, while other fans argue that sometimes it's okay to tell a white lie. And yes, it can get very intense. Those are very intense debates, to say the least. And yes, while that lesson itself, so yes, the lesson itself was a big debate, but other fans had mixed feelings about how this lesson contradicted other entries that had the lesson about you shouldn't lie. And I think, or yes, another detail, now that I'm thinking about it, some fans also thought it was kind of strange that Lisa would be so against lying in this segment, because some fans have said that Lisa had partaken, or yes, some fans have said that Lisa had participated. That's it. Yes, some fans have brought up that Lisa had participated in lying beforehand. Cover Girls. Yes, the segment Cover Girls in particular seem to, yes, I've seen some fans bring up the segment Cover Girls when talking about why they found this segment to be a little strange in light of earlier entries. In Cover Girls, Lisa had participated in the lie that the other Loud siblings were participating in, or the lie of trying to cover up for each other. Lisa participated in trying to cover up for the rest of the Loud siblings, while at the end of the segment, it was the Loud parents that took issue with the Loud siblings lying. And so some fans thought that was kind of strange that this time Lisa would be the one that would be opposed to lying, while the Loud parents were actually saying it's okay to lie, or it's okay to tell white lies to smooth things over. So some fans thought that was kind of strange and contradictory, but other fans had tried to come up with some possible explanations to justify it. Like, I've seen some fans try to justify Lisa being more of an advocate for exact words rather than outright lying. So that's how I've seen some fans justify it, but some fans still think it feels a little off compared to earlier entries with Lisa. Snowboard's another example of this now that I think about it. Snowboard had revealed by the end of the segment Snowboard, it was revealed that Lisa had pretended to go, the end of the segment revealed that Lisa was merely pretending to be obsessed with snowball fights in order to trick her siblings into not wanting to have snow days again. So, some fans still tried to come up with ways to try and explain those inconsistencies, but other fans feel that there isn't really much sense in trying to, or some fans think that there's no rational way to explain these inconsistencies. But yeah, it was a pretty, that was one of the big issues with this segment for a lot of fans, was the contradictory nature to certain situations. While other fans had tried to argue that maybe this should be looked at more along the lines of a case-by-case situation. We're saying that, yeah, sometimes you should try to tell the truth, but sometimes white lies are probably for the best. And this actually brings up Sleuth or Consequences, too. I know some fans, there were mixed feelings about Sleuth or Consequences, with some fans liking that Lincoln covered up for Lucy rather than Lucy telling the truth in Sleuth or Consequences, while other fans where some fans disagreed with that and thought that Lucy should have told the truth, and thought that, so this segment definitely brought to mind some earlier sentiments that some fans had about earlier entries, because this isn't the first time that they've done a segment or an entry that revolved around lying, but it was done a little differently compared to some other entries. Well, I guess you could say it was also similar to some other entries, even if they might not have brought too much attention to it. And I guess, it doesn't help that there are some later entries that I'm thinking of that also, there's a later entry towards the end of Season 3 that also kind of brings up the whole lying to spare people's feelings sort of thing, and how some fans feel that that segment and this segment, I guess you could say a later segment brings up the detail about other characters lying in an effort to spare someone's feelings, and some fans felt that segment contradicted what this segment was going on about, or the way it was executed, I should say. This is another example of how some fans might feel differently because of how a certain lesson was executed. But yeah, this was definitely a mixed bag for some fans. And I guess with the situation about, some fans had brought up certain details, especially certain scenes that involved telling the truth or lying during the segment, that also had had evoked different feelings for some fans. Like some fans in particular actually thought that thought it was good for Lynn Sr. and Rita to hear certain truths. Yes, some fans actually liked hearing Rita be told about some critique about her novel, and some fans thought it was a good thing for Lynn Sr. to hear that some of his family members weren't fond of some of the food items or some of the dishes or meals that he created. Some fans thought it was important for chefs and writers to receive feedback. So some fans thought that that was a case where the idea that it's okay to tell white lies is a bad thing, because some fans feel that that there are cases where you need to be honest with people to help them improve. But this actually brings up a detail that I feel can be twisted and distorted in real life. I've known people in real life who have tried to play the "I'm just being honest" card to say some mean things to people. And this is the point where I think this is something that I feel is worth bringing up. I think I've mentioned it before, but I was always taught that there was a difference between critique and criticism, and this could ultimately boil down to an argument over semantics or definitions. Some people might define the words similarly or differently, but from how I was brought up on it, I was taught that critique and criticism are different. Critique is done with an honest effort to help others improve, while criticism is just trying to tear people down and not a genuine effort to help others. And I think that's where part of that, this brings up part of the point about how, the debate about telling the truth versus white lies. I've seen some people go the route of saying they should always be honest, but they take it too far to the point where they think being honest is a get out of jail free card, or they think being honest means that they can get away with saying antagonistic things or mean things and then try to hide behind the "oh, I was just being honest" excuse. But I think something that's worth bringing up is that even if someone's being honest, it doesn't mean you get a free pass to act like a jerk. It's possible for people to give feedback without being a jerk about it. And that's what I think brings up another detail about this segment. Or some fans didn't like how when the Loud family members were being honest, they did seem to be a little tactless with their methods. That's another thing that brought up some debates. I guess you could say some fans felt that this segment traded one extreme for another. Some fans felt that they did agree with the telling the truth situation, but they thought sometimes they were a little too blunt about it, or they could have been more tactful about it, while some people think brutal honesty is always a good thing, but other people have brought up that being honest and being a jerk aren't mutually exclusive. It's possible to tell the truth and not be a jerk about it. And it doesn't help that there are some people that do tell the truth, but not for noble reasons. They do it just to hurt others or to spite others or to be vindictive. So, if nothing else, I do acknowledge that this segment does... I will say that this segment does bring up that there are shades of gray when it comes to the truth and white lies. I would say outright trying to deceive people. Or I can see the point about what the segment was going for. I could see what the segment was trying to go for with acknowledging that there are shades of gray, because the segment was trying to show that honesty and lying have their shades of gray to them. Some people might tell the truth, but not for noble reasons, and just because someone lies doesn't mean they're doing so out of malicious reasons. And at the same time, some people can see the situation where sometimes you have to be honest to help people improve, but some people could stand to be a little more tactful when they give honest feedback. And sometimes, I guess it's a matter of trying to figure out where does one draw the line between giving honest feedback versus sparing someone's feelings or trying to smooth things over to stop tension. So I guess that's, I see what the segment was going for, but I guess this might boil down more to the execution. It might have been executed in a very awkward manner, or I guess I can see where some people are coming from. I think I get what they were going for, the shades of gray with honesty and lying, but I do think that maybe it could have been executed better. And yeah, I can definitely agree with some fans that Lisa trying to impose the system on the rest of her family members was a bit excessive. But at the end, Lisa did learn a lesson about it. Although at the same time, I do think some fans brought up a good point. It seems strange that Lisa would be against lying when she had participated in lying beforehand. So it was definitely it was a very unusual segment, or I guess a segment that I could understand what they were going for, but it probably wasn't executed in the best way it could have been, or it could have been executed better. So otherwise, I would say that might be about it. So I wouldn't call this one of my favorite Lisa Spotlight appearances, but I do see what they were trying to go for. I think it was more that the execution didn't really land for me. But otherwise, I'd say that's about it for this segment. So as of this video, we've now discussed the A segment for episode 70 of The Loud House on this channel. Take care, and until next time,